Okay, so this is devlog number 5. 8 was able to accomplish quite a bit, and the next logical place for us to go on this particular game is to start dealing with a little bit of scoring. And so the way we have this set up currently is that we have 20 people per tile, and we're controlling the population growth over time, and then we have a total number of population based off the number of tiles. So if we increase the number of tiles, we can, add to that score, so on and so forth. Anyway, so the idea is that, if you have too many people, it's going to lean over to the people side. If we have too few people, it's going to lean over towards the deity side. And then what we're going to try to accomplish is that during a run, so a number of 10 disasters over time, you'll complete the age. And then within that, we're going to have a range on the bar that's going to be randomized that you'll need to kind of try to keep the population within. So that is the general idea. So what I've got set up so far with the scoring is that I know the total number of people that are showing on the board. And then so I'm basing this slider score based off of that. And so right now, let's say we want to try to keep it towards 50%, try to keep the balance of people versus nature. And so let's go ahead and just see this in action. So here we go. We've automatically seeded some of the population, and you can see that has grown. We see that, we have few people on the board currently based off the total number. And so our slider has changed based off of that. Let's go ahead and just run a disaster real quick and see if I can cull some of these people off the board. Hopefully we get something that's fairly high. No, of course not. 10% with an earthquake. So let's go ahead and just run an earthquake right over here. And so we're only going to kill 10%, so we're going to actually have the population is going to grow quite a bit. And so you'll see this bar is going to end up going down quite a bit, more towards people. And again, if we're trying to keep this at 50% for the moment, that's not gonna have us have that happen so far. But let's run another disaster here real quick. 90% on another earthquake. So let's go ahead and let me see if I can do this right here. See if we can cull a good chunk of people. And instantly you can see there's a good bit of people that are going away. Now the earthquake is definitely a disaster where there's a limited place that the collider is that's taking the people out. And so again, you can see the population going out. We have disasters like the storm and the tornado, which actually take out quite a few people. Let's see if we can get one of those. And so we got a storm at 70%. And I can run this. Let's just run this way. That's going to take 70% of the people out that's along this path. Now again, we're going to need to play with the numbers to try to get this to be a little more fair for the player. Right now it's a little unfair because the disasters aren't going to cull as much as the population. So I need to play with those numbers, how fast the population grows, so on and so forth. So there's a good balance in the gameplay. But you can see that number is going down. Here we've got the number of ticks how many disasters we've run so far. We've run 4, or we're on our 4th disaster. And the population is continuing to grow. So there we go. So that is what we were able to accomplish this past Thursday, Friday. And the game is continuing. So again, here is devlog 5, and hopefully you enjoy seeing this game grow. If you have any thoughts or questions, please don't hesitate to write a comment down below. And if you need tutorials on either Unity or Playmaker, definitely subscribe to my channel and I will have those for you. And I'm going to continue to build those tutorials with the latest versions of Unity. Anyway, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon down there so you know when the next tutorial is available. Until next time.